Mark, quite some rain down in southeast New Mexico.
Very impressive numbers,
Yeah.
and we'll get to those. Well, let's get to this. I was actually on time today, Jess.
You were.
The
I'm
show was
impressed.
not. I always get in trouble with you because I'm not on time.
But you
And
were on time.
today, you called me out of the bullpen early.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
I was there. I was loosened up. I was like this. I was
You were
just
ready.
waiting.
You were ready.
Yeah, I was waiting for my chance to share this storm we've got across the southern portion of the state. And by the way, we have another one on the way. It could be even more interesting. However, model confusion is at a maximum with that one, so we'll get into it in just a moment. Here's a look at what's going on. We have the high clouds sliding their way across the city, and today was a fairly cloudy day in terms of what we saw with those high and mid-level clouds. But as we talked about last week, the storm, which we had some doubts about for the metro area, was a great storm for the southeastern portion of the state. More on that with amounts here in just a moment. But you can see that moisture curling back in the form of some rain showers still over places like Lee County. Those showers will back off. The storm itself will shoot its way to the east. And what we'll see here is any showers that we have in place will diminish during the overnight hours and will be in between systems for tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be relatively quiet, but given all the action across the east, we've got a nice little east wind that's developed. 67 degrees here in the city. East-southeast winds at 21, gusting as high as 30 miles an hour out there. Across the north, temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Down to the south, where we've seen quite a bit of rain, 40s in Ruidoso, 50s in Roswell and Carlsbad. As you get over to the southwest, temperatures here in the high 60s. Satellite and radar showing our storm system now, the core of it over Texas. And so as it continues to slide slowly to the east, those clouds do as well. And throughout the night tonight, we get less and less in the way of shower activity. But this storm was a pretty good one as far as spreading showers across the area. It started in the southwest, but really the southeast is where we got most of the action. And that's where we had the best combination of moisture and lift across the area. And these areas from Eddy and Lee counties up into Chaves County did very well for rain amounts. Ruidoso over 1.5 inches. Roswell well over 1 inch, closing in on 2 inches. Not quite as much in Clovis. Look at Hobbs, 2.99 inches. Carlsbad, still not bad at about 1/3 of an inch. And Cloudcroft actually had a combination of snow and rain that eventually totaled liquid precipitation of about 1.2 inches. Now, the other thing about this is areas of the state that are still under some drought issues didn't see anything out of this storm. So the area that we haven't seen much in the way of drought problems recently, we continue to see the showers. Still good news any way that you cut it. But we have another storm system which is going to drop in here later on in the week. And some of these areas that do still have drought concerns could well be helped. Just not tonight. Tonight's going to be a relatively quiet night. A couple of spot showers will be a possibility. Tomorrow, throughout the day, cool conditions across the northern mountains. High pressure briefly rules for a day. Then we get into colder air filing its way down into the state by Wednesday, and an even bigger impulse of cold air and a storm system drops down for Thursday. It's the track of this storm that we continue to watch. Some models push that track over to our west. That's where we want it, because then we get the best lift across the state. We'd see mountain snows, valley rain and snow, and a good-looking spring storm. However, if this thing ends up squared over the state or ends up going a little to the east, that will kind of edge us out of the best precip. So that's what we'll watch here over the next couple of days. Let's go region by region. Places like Durango could get back into the mix here for rain and mountain snow Thursday and Friday. Partly cloudy and mild tomorrow across the northwest, but the chance at grabbing some snow and some rain reemerges in the forecast coming up for late in the work week. Across the southwest, partly sunny, some spot rain showers possible for tomorrow, but that's nothing I'd worry too much about. Over to the southeast, plenty of clouds. Some spot rain possible, but not likely. Gets very interesting up across the northeast. Not tomorrow, though. Looks good tomorrow. But then Thursday into Friday, shot at showers. And look at Las Vegas's high on Friday. Just the high 40s. So you can imagine what it's going to do in the mountains. Mountains, we've got a shot at picking up some big-time snow amounts. Wouldn't be surprised to see some ski resorts decide to reopen if we get the big-time snow we could from this storm. 64 in Edgewood, 63 in Cedar Crest, 66 in Tajares. Shot at showers Thursday and Friday here in the metro area. Relatively quiet over the next couple of days. But then our clouds come rolling back in, and the shot at showers returns to the area by the time we hit Thursday into Friday, too, with our temperatures in the 50s.